Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. Thurston became concerned after seeing a little lump in her breast during the summer of 2024. I discovered it myself, the Bachelorette alum wrote on Instagram stories in February 2025. I thought maybe it was my period. Maybe it was muscle ache from exercising. Katie assumed the new lump was identical to a benign cyst she had removed from the same breast when she was 20. But when it wouldn't go away, she opted to have it checked out. Katie's doctor referred her to a specialist for a breast scan. Then she underwent a mammography, followed by a biopsy. Only then can they confirm if it's breast cancer, she remarked in an Instagram video from March 18, 2025. And she will never forget the moment she received the news. It was the worst feeling I've ever felt, the reality star told Good Morning America on March 19, 2025. Her family has no history of breast cancer. You are so devastated. It's really shocking. As a 34-year-old woman, you are unprepared. On February 15, 2025, Katie told her fans of her stage 3 diagnosis. I felt a variety of emotions over the last 2 weeks, she posted on Instagram. Despair, anger, and sadness. Denial. Next, there's strength. Purposeful. Ready. I cried a lot. One thing I did early on was look for other stories like mine, she stated. Other young ladies have breast cancer. Invasive ductal carcinoma. Mastectomy. Pregnancy following breast cancer. All of their stories were helpful. So I plan to be the same for others. This is day 1 of sharing, and it will be a long one. This initial step of accepting my reality was the most difficult. But I'm ready to battle this. Katie's diagnosis came 5 months after she became engaged to Jeff Arcuri, a comedian she met on Instagram in the spring of 2024. We thought we'd be planning a wedding, the television star explained on GMA. We thought we'd try for a baby. Instead, we know that this year will be focused on therapy and recovery. Katie and Jeff decided to freeze embryos in case her cancer treatments damaged her fertility. We retrieved 17 eggs and attempted to fertilize them, she posted on her Instagram stories on March 31, 2025. Of the 17, only 6 were successfully fertilized. However, they must first reach the blastocyst stage. Only 3 made it. And, following genetic testing, we were able to freeze 2 embryos, one grade B and one grade C. This is the reality of IVF. Jeff and I discussed the importance of my health and that when the time comes, surrogacy will most likely be the best option for us, she posted on Instagram stories. A gentle reminder not to judge celebrities who choose surrogacy because you don't know what's happening in their personal life. Katie and Jeff also moved forward with their plans to marry on March 22, 2025, in New York, with the bride making the cross-country journey after months of long-distance courtship. It was so sweet, she told Us Weekly of their decision to hold a ceremony, which took place in their apartment's backyard with their parents, officiant, and newly adopted dog Charlie present. Obviously, we wanted to plan a wedding, and there are a lot of emotions associated with chemo, as well as the impact on health. We don't know what the next year will be like. And one night he said, I want to show you that I still love you and that I'm staying. And he said, I'll marry you tomorrow. And, while they intend to have a large wedding in the future, she added that Jeff's gift was him proving that he's here to stay in sickness and health. I know stage 4 sounds very scary, and it can be, she stated in an Instagram video on March 28, 2025. But, considering that I am triple positive and the spots on my liver are minor and identified early, I am quite optimistic about my prognosis. The cancer that is within the liver is from the breast cancer, she informed me. In simple terms, my breast cancer is the source and will be the focus. 6 cycles of chemotherapy are scheduled to begin. On April 4, 2025, she stated on Instagram, "Today I was supposed to start chemotherapy. I had my chili cap, cold socks, munchies, blankets, medications, and entertainment prepared. My Aunt Lindsay traveled in to spend the weekend with me as I recovered. However, I received word yesterday that my pathology findings for my liver, breast, and lymph nodes were all HER2 negative, despite the fact that my original Kaiser samples were HER2 positive. I was about to take my steroid for chemo prep. Instead, I'm going to my doctor to talk about how this happened, what testing is required, and what this means for my new treatment plan. I should be excited about that," she added. But in the last 2 months, I've received 3 updates on my diagnosis. I believe that being diligent and seeking a second medical opinion helped me through my early cancer stage journey. Sometimes I think WTF is my life, she posted on her Booby broadcast channel on March 31, 2025. But, whether I like it or not, this is my life, and I need to make the most of it. They say to live as if you're dying, but now that I am, it's easier said than done. Don't get me wrong, we're all getting closer to death every day. Not in a morbid sense, but in the irrefutable cycle of life. So, cancer or not, I consider myself fortunate to be alive today. So, while I have sad moments or days, I want to do my best to appreciate my time, cancer or not. I'm losing my memory, she stated in an Instagram post from June 1, 2025. Going through customs and them asking, "Where are you coming from?" And I looked at him and said, "I don't remember. I don't remember." She also admitted to having a little quarrel with her spouse, though she couldn't recall all of the specifics. I was like, "This has happened before," she recalls telling Jeff. He was asking, "When?" I said, "I'm not sure, but I know it has." We can laugh about it now, she continued. Cancer is. Sometimes I say, stop feeling horrible for yourself. Other times, I say, you're allowed to feel sorry for yourself. Cancer is terrible. At our age, you think very carefully before making big moves. It's not just packing a bag, it's a whole lifestyle shift. This slow pace, while reasonable, also meant there was little visible progress toward marriage. Without a wedding date or even plans to cohabitate, the engagement began to look more symbolic than practical. Joan's decision to keep her ring on was a reassuring gesture, but even that was scrutinized. Some fans noticed she occasionally went without it in photos, which set off another wave of speculation. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe my channel and do not miss any update.